Three Arctic blasts in 2 weeks, multiple storm systems developing, cold air pushing south into regions that don't see these temperatures often. That's the pattern we retracking. Right now, the first Arctic blast is in place. If you woke up this morning to temperatures well below freezing, that's why. This initial push of cold air will stick around through Monday or Tuesday, but it's just the opening act. The East Pacific Oscillation shows what's happening along the West Coast. A high-pressure ridge is building and holding. Meanwhile, the Arctic Oscillation is signaling colder air diving south, not just once, 3 times over the next 2 weeks. The European model, the GFS, even the Euro AI are all showing the same pattern. A deep trough of cold air pushing into the eastern United States starting midweek. Wednesday brings the second Arctic blast. This one is stronger. The jet stream configuration shows a cutoff low sitting off the southwest, slowly moving east. When it arrives, it brings Gulf moisture directly into Arctic air. That combination produces snow, potentially significant snow for some regions. Let me walk through the timeline. Monday and Tuesday, we're still dealing with the current cold snap. Northwestern flow keeps temperatures below normal across the Great Lakes, Midwest, and Northeast. A couple of Clipper systems move through. They all bring light snow here and there, but nothing major. The main story is the cold. Tuesday night into Wednesday, the pattern shifts. That cutoff low from the southwest starts moving into the central United States. At the same time, the second Arctic blast pushes south. Deep cold. Not just cold for January. Deep cold that reaches into the southeast and Gulf Coast. By Thursday, temperatures across the south-central states drop 20 to 30 degrees below normal. Areas that were seeing temperatures in the 50s and 60s earlier in the week will be in the 20s and 30s. That is a significant change. The moisture from the Gulf meets this Arctic air mass Wednesday night through Friday. This is where snow becomes likely. The models show the highest probability from the Tennessee Valley through Kentucky, across the Ohio Valley, into the Great Lakes region and parts of the Mid-Atlantic. Now the Northeast. I know many of you in the I-95 corridor are watching this closely. The ensemble models tell an important story here. Out of the European ensemble's 25 members, most are showing a warmer scenario along the coast. The low pressure tracks in a way that brings a warm front up the coastline. That means rain or a rain-snow mix for cities along I-95 from Washington through Philadelphia to New York and Boston. The interior Northeast and New England are a different situation. Higher elevations of the Appalachians, interior Pennsylvania, upstate New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine. These areas have a much better chance of accumulating snow. Some could see significant accumulations. Let me be specific about snowfall probabilities. For greater than 1 inch of snow, the probability is fairly high across a large area. Ohio Valley, Great Lakes, interior Mid-Atlantic, interior Northeast. When you increase the threshold to 3 inches or more, the area shrinks considerably. The highest confidence for 3 inches or more is across the eastern Ohio Valley and interior New England. For 6 inches or greater, we're relooking at a much more limited area, primarily higher elevations in the interior Northeast. The I-95 corridor is trending too warm for significant snow with this system. I am not saying it's impossible. Weather systems can shift, but right now, the data doesn't support a major coastal snowstorm for the big cities. The GFS model is more aggressive than the European. It tends to be. The GFS shows deeper cold and brings the snow farther south. Some runs have shown snow potential into northern Alabama and northern Georgia, but the GFS is going south on its own. The European, Canadian, and ensemble means are all showing a warmer solution. When one model disagrees with the others, you pay attention to the consensus. Temperature anomalies, Wednesday through Friday show the core of the coldest air across the south-central states, 15 to 25 degrees below normal. The southeast sees 10 to 20 degrees below normal. Even Florida will feel this. If you in the northern part of Florida, temperatures in the 30s and 40s are likely. Freezing temperatures are possible in the Panhandle. Wind chill will be a factor. When you combine temperatures in the teens and 20s with winds of 15 to 25 miles per hour, wind chills drop into the single digits and below zero for some areas. Parts of the Ohio Valley and Great Lakes could see wind chills 15 to 25 below 0 Fahrenheit. That's dangerous cold. Exposed skin can develop frostbite in minutes at those temperatures. This cold doesn't leave quickly. The second Arctic blast holds through the weekend. Saturday and Sunday will still be cold. Then around the 18th, the third Arctic blast arrives. Another dip in the jet stream, another push of Arctic air, more potential for snow. The pattern from late January 1993 had similarities to this. A strong high-pressure ridge along the west coast, deep troughs in the east. That setup produced the superstorm of 93 in March. I am not forecasting another superstorm, but this is a legitimate winter pattern. Cold and active, practical considerations. If you are in the Ohio Valley or Great Lakes, prepare for snow. You know the drill. Make sure you have supplies before Wednesday. Salt, sand, or cat litter for traction. Check your snow removal equipment. If you use a snowblower, make sure it runs. Fuel stabilizer can cause problems if it's been sitting. Fresh fuel is better. For those in the southeast who don't regularly deal with snow and ice, this is important. A little bit of ice is more dangerous than several inches of snow. If you see freezing rain in the forecast, that ice accumulating on roads, trees, power lines, roads become impassable. Power outages are possible. The best advice is to stay home if you can. If you must drive, slow down, much slower than you think. Ice doesn't care if you have four-wheel drive. Elderly neighbors and family members need attention during cold like this. Heating systems can fail. Carbon monoxide from improper heating is a real danger. Check on people. A phone call takes 2 minutes. It could save a life. Pipes freeze when temperatures drop into the teens and stay there for extended periods. If you have pipes in exterior walls, unheated basements, or crawl spaces, let faucets drip. Moving water is harder to freeze. Open cabinet doors under sinks to let warm air circulate. It costs a few dollars more in water. It costs hundreds or thousands to repair burst pipes. For those with livestock or outdoor animals, they need protection. Shelter from wind, access to unfrozen water. That means checking water multiple times per day when it's this cold. Animals can dehydrate even in winter. This pattern brings up an important point about model trends. When you re-watching these systems develop, the trend matters as much as any individual model run. The European model has consistently shown the warmer scenario for the northeast coast. It hasn't wavered much. The GFS has shown big swings. Big snow one run, rain the next, back to snow. When a model is inconsistent, you place less confidence in it. Ensemble models help sort this out. Instead of one solution, you get 30 or 50 solutions with slightly different initial conditions. If 45 out of 50 ensembles show rain in New York City, that has high confidence for rain. If 25 show snow and 25 show rain, confidence is low. Right now, for this Wednesday through Friday system, the ensemble spread shows high confidence for snow in the interior, low confidence along the coast. The vorticity pattern Wednesday through Friday shows the low pressure tracking from the Tennessee Valley northeast through the mid-Atlantic. That track typically brings warm air up the coast. A track farther east offshore would bring cold air and heavy snow to coastal cities. That's not what the data shows right now. After this system moves through Friday night, we get a brief break. Saturday and Sunday stay cold but quieter. Then the pattern amplifies again. That third Arctic blast around the 18th or 19th brings another shot of cold air. If moisture is available, and it might be, another snow threat develops. This is a 2-week period of below normal temperatures for most of the country. Brief warm-ups might occur, but the overall pattern favors cold. Natural gas prices tend to increase during periods like this. Heating demand goes up. Just something to be aware of. You've seen winter patterns before. This is a legitimate one, not the coldest on record, not the snowiest on record, but colder and more active than we've seen in a while. The cold is certain. The snow amounts are still being determined. The highest uncertainty is along that warm rain snow line in the mid-Atlantic and northeast. If you're remaking plans for this week, Wednesday through Friday is when the significant weather occurs. Travel could be difficult or dangerous. Airlines will likely have delays and cancellations if snow develops in major hub cities. If you don't need to travel, stay home. I'll keep monitoring the data as this develops. Model runs come out every 6 hours. Trends can change. But right now, the overall pattern is clear. Multiple Arctic blasts, cold air that reaches deep into the south, snow for the interior regions, a warmer solution for the coast. Watch official forecasts from the National Weather Service for your specific area. They'll have the most detailed local information. Pay attention to winter storm watches and warnings when they reissued. These systems can underperform or overperform their forecasts. Weather is never 100% certain until it happens. Stay safe. Prepare for the cold. Check on people who might need help. And remember, this is winter. It's supposed to be cold sometimes.